That is a presidential limousine. It's a 1996 Cadillac. This particular one never actually took possession by a president. As a result, it's part of the presidential series, I guess you might call it. But it has all the same things that a presidential limousine would have. And here's a good reason to become president. This has a Roush-prepared 454, 3-inch glass all the way around, built on a truck chassis, 12,000 pounds, believe it or not. In fact, only 2 stock panels in this entire thing. And then when you go inside, it's got special oxygen bags that pop down just in case. It's got special windows, special everything inside. If you were the president, this is where you'd sit. And if you want to pretend you're a president, you can buy it right here at the Barrett-Jackson Collector Car Auction, and we'll show it in prime time tonight, live.
The police motorcade on stage tells you something important is going on. The arrival of the first...
Hello, Mr. President.
President.
This car. Is it my son? Okay.
Cadillac limousine to be offered to the public. A 96 Fleetwood Presidential Series limo.
Let's have a look at this thing. I was told that to open the door requires quite an effort. Oh, my God. This door weighs as much as a Buick. And look at the thickness of the glass. It is, I see 6 thicknesses of glass here, totaling 3 inches. And even on the hinges, which are well lubricated, this thing just doesn't swing open and shut.
Well, Mike, these cars are built on heavy-duty motorhome chassis. As we know, they've got Jack Roush built and tuned motors in them. And we could talk a lot of numbers about how big and long and everything else and expensive this is, but the number referencing what you were talking about is 12,000, as in 12,000 pounds.
And guys, to move this down,
for this presidential car, how many horsepower, Steve?
Well, let me get the back door open because that's where the president sits.
Mike, if you're the president, you got people. You don't open the door.
Well, somebody had to open it for me. Let's see, there's a little extra headroom in here. Yeah, there is. Nice lumbar support for the seats. You got a whole bunch of buttons up here to operate everything on the car, and I wonder what that red button does. Call Moscow and find out for me if we push this one.
You know what they say, don't ever press the red button.
Exactly.
Under the hood of this one, guys, we don't find the usual 5.7-liter LT1 that Cadillacs would come with. Instead, there's a 7.4-liter, 454 Chevy motor in this one. Now, of course, that was not an emissions legal package in the USA, but there's a sticker that gets us off the hook. It says, for export only.
It says the guy sitting 15 feet behind this engine can do whatever he wants.
I saw where the oxygen masks drop down, just like on your regular commuter jet. I'll bet that's reassuring when that happens.
How about the underbody? Is there any kind of blast protection underneath?
I think that's a lot of what accounts for the weight of this car, Bob, is it is so heavily armored. 3-inch thick glass. We don't know how thick the steel is, either of the upper body or the underbody. And did we discuss the reason why these cars don't fall into private hands? It's because the government does not want anybody knowing what technology was used in the building or armoring of these cars.
So, right there, give the man a
$250,000. Is that about $20 a pound?
You've got the Scottsdale PD always when we do that, police department and fire department, give them a hand. Thanks,
Scottsdale Police Department motorcycles not included.